Hello, I'm Orhan Gaybov. You're watching AzTV News. On April 4th, the 11th Southern Gas Corridor Advisory Council Ministerial Meeting and the 3rd Green Energy Advisory Council Ministerial Meeting were held at the Gülistan Palace in Baku. President of the Republic of Azerbaijan, Ilham Aliyev, attended and addressed the event.
Today, more than ever before, the energy security is an integral part of the national security of countries. Today, we can also talk about industrial security, said the head of state and underlined. In order to develop industries, we need energy resources, we need petrochemicals, we need fertilizers. Noting that Azerbaijan is a producer and exporter of crude oil, natural gas, oil products, petrochemicals and fertilizers, the head of state added that Azerbaijan supplies natural gas to 12 countries, 10 of them are European, and 8 of those are members of the European Union. The geography of our gas supply in Europe will definitely grow because today we are already involved in the creation of gas distribution networks in some European countries. Some of them do not have one, some of them need to expand it, and Azerbaijan, as an investor, is planning to do that. So the geography of our gas supplies will definitely grow through different ways, including interconnectors, said the head of state. Noting that the Southern Gas Corridor is working at full capacity, whether it's the South Caucasus Pipeline, TANAP or TAP, 3 integral parts of the Southern Gas Corridor are all fully packed, President Ilham Aliyev said that we need to expand them. And for that, we will need, of course, financing. And we come to a very important point, which we have raised on several occasions, that international financial institutions, those who decided to stop financing fossil fuel projects, will probably reconsider their policy, especially taking into account the huge geopolitical changes that we will witness, underlined the head of state, noting that ACG, Shah Deniz, Absheron today provide energy security for many countries, and many more oil and gas fields will be operational within several years, and their contracts have been signed and the working program has been approved. The head of state added that construction of pipelines, also the Baku-Tbilisi-Ceyhan and Baku-Supsa oil pipelines, as well as the Southern Gas Corridor, all that was done in cooperation by all the actors. Therefore, we must be sure that our gas will be needed in Europe, which is our main market for many more years. If we don't have this guarantee, investors will not invest, and the country will not invest, so there will be a big shortage of natural gas. Our reserves are known. We expect new production from new fields this year. Azerbaijan will play an even more important role for our partners with respect to energy security. The head of state also touched on already signed contracts with investors and underlined that these contracts on solar and wind power stations will allow us to have by 2030 6 gigawatts of solar and wind energy. As I said, that will save a lot of natural gas, which we currently use to produce electricity domestically, and all of that will be available for export. At the same time, we are actively developing this ourselves with our own investments, in particular in the territories liberated from the Armenian occupation, East Zangezur and Karabakh, underlined the head of state.
On April 4th, President of the Republic of Azerbaijan, Ilham Aliyev, received Dan Jorgensen, European Commissioner for Energy and Housing, who was participating in the 11th Southern Gas Corridor Advisory Council Ministerial Meeting and the 3rd Green Energy Advisory Council Ministerial Meeting.
President Ilham Aliyev stated that the cooperation between Azerbaijan and the European Commission based on mutual trust has a long and successful history, emphasizing its role especially in the current period when energy issues have become a significant factor. The head of state noted that the European market is the main market for Azerbaijan in the energy sector and expressed Azerbaijan's intention to expand its export geography in this market. Dan Jorgensen first conveyed the greetings of President of the European Commission Ursula von der Leyen to the head of state. President Ilham Aliyev expressed his gratitude for the greetings and asked for his greetings to be conveyed to Ursula von der Leyen in return. Jorgensen expressed his appreciation for Azerbaijan's contribution to Europe's energy security, particularly in this complex period. He emphasized that they attach great importance to cooperation with Azerbaijan and wish to develop it further in the future. The European Commissioner for Energy and Housing congratulated Azerbaijan on successful hosting of COP29. During the conversation, cooperation in both natural gas and green energy sectors was discussed. Jorgensen stated that the European Union is considering supporting cooperation in these areas within its capabilities. The meeting highlighted that the energy dialogue between Azerbaijan and the European Union has been successfully conducted, with hopes expressed for its continuation in the future.
On April 4, President of the Republic of Azerbaijan Ilham received Alparslan Bayraktar, Minister of Energy and Natural Resources of the Republic of Turkey, who was participating in the 11th Southern Gas Corridor Advisory Council Ministerial Meeting and the 3rd Green Energy Advisory Council Ministerial Meeting.
During the meeting, the sides exchanged views on the expansion of energy cooperation between Azerbaijan and Turkey, including collaboration in the fields of hydrocarbons and electricity. They noted the substantial potential for further development of this cooperation in the future. They hailed SOCAR's collaboration with Turkish Petroleum and Botash and discussed prospects for implementing joint projects in Azerbaijan, Turkey, and other countries. The meeting also touched upon electricity exports with an emphasis on the fact that SOCAR has already commenced electricity sales to Turkey. The importance of the document to be signed between Azer Energy Open Joint Stock Company and the Turkish Electricity Transmission Company on the export of 75 megawatts of electricity from Nakhchivan was underscored. It was further noted that the memorandum will be signed today between Azerbaijan, Georgia, Turkey, and Bulgaria on expanding cooperation in the field of green energy.
A memorandum of understanding on cooperation in the field of green energy transmission was signed by Azerbaijan, Georgia, Turkey, and Bulgaria. The document was signed within the framework of the second ministerial meeting of the Azerbaijan, Georgia, Turkey, Bulgaria Green Energy Corridor project, which was held in Baku. The document outlines a collaborative effort to enhance the capacity for green energy transmission and trade. It specifically outlines plans for the joint development of investment projects, the advancement of the energy supply infrastructure, and the enhancement of integration into the NSOE system. During the meeting, Azerbaijani Energy Minister Parviz Shahbazov emphasized the importance of creating an inter-regional green energy infrastructure to ensure energy security, as well as the role of projects contributing to the expansion of cooperation in the transport of renewable energy resources in Azerbaijan. Even though 4 years have passed since the end of the 44-day war, almost every month traces of the occupation are found in the liberated territories. This time, bone fragments resembling a human skeleton have been discovered in Agdam and Gubadli districts. The bone remains were found in the territory of Evazkhanbeyli village of Agdam and Yusufbeyli village of Gubadli districts. Investigations are ongoing regarding the incidents. That was all for the day. Thank you for being with us, and goodbye.